Hey y'all, it's Hawa. R.A.W allows me to admit that I don't know and gives me an opportunity to learn.
Hey y'all, this is Vanessa, and R.A.W allows me to be authentically myself while bringing you some cheese and some tea and a little bit of fun.
Hey guys, it's KD, aka Karina. R.A.W is authentic conversation, and it allows me to be right and wrong at the same time.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. R.A.W Conversations allows me to be aware, to be transparent, and of course, to grow.
Oh, happy Wednesday. I got a song for y'all today.
Let's hear the Wednesday song.
It's Raw Day, it's Talk Day. We are now on Wednesday.
Last you really practice that one. You better write it down. Really practice that one. That was
It's Raw Day, it's Talk Day. We are now on Wednesday. Okay.
Hey, everyone. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Wednesday.
Yes, happy Hump Day. It is Wednesday.
Almost there for the weekend. Almost there for Father's Day weekend. We're prepping for y'all, all the fathers out there. We're thinking of what kind of gift to get y'all.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see them posting already talking about, oh, they ain't gonna watch, they're not gonna get no gift and da. Oh, it's just talking bad about Eve's gender.
Yeah, Eve children day. You know, Eve kids, we know what to do. We got y'all. You know.
Yep.
So, welcome to the show. Your girls are back. This is R.A.W Conversations.
Make sure you share the show.
We appreciate y'all coming back. Thank you to our co-host I see y'all will be slowly joining, so we're not going to start yet. I come and put the elevator music on for y'all until y'all start to join. But as our regular co-hosts start to join, thank you for joining and being a part of the show and a part of the platform. Or anyone that's new, we are R.A.W Conversations, and we are usually 5 women. We're down to 3 right now, but we're usually 5, and we have real, authentic conversations. And Jennifer is out sick, and Hawa is on sabbatical.
Yeah.
So you got me and Katie and Roxanne, aka Faith, whichever one she feel like being. She's
Roxanne on the show. Regional Roxanne will be returning sometime next week.
So welcome to the show. And as we share and we wait for the numbers to climb, let me play
our jam. Okay.
Is it?
Where did you find this music? Oh boy.
As we share, and we're waiting for y'all to come on. And join the conversation. We'll wait. Because some of y'all like to be latecomers. And y'all come on and y'all be like, what are you talking about? So we will wait.
Hey, Byron.
Good evening. Hey, Byron.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey. Waiting for the numbers to increase. As you join the show, please share the show. Hey, enjoying that music again? Faith, you know I had all this elevator music.
The question is, where did you get them from?
You gonna
It
learn
sound like
today.
you know how when you about to pay a bill,
You gonna learn today.
they put you on hold. They're like, hold up now, let me check it. Let me check.
You gonna learn today.
Woo!
I like this one.
You like this one?
Yeah, this one sound more relaxing. Yeah, the other one sound
Well, in the club, in the dance club.
Nah, but remember when we went in Vegas and we ended up in the electrical club?
You know what? You know what? You just started something. You just lit up my head just now. What's your idea? Now I gotta mute my phone and go look.
Jennifer is out today. She's not feeling good today, so she is out today, but she will be back next week. And as stated previously, too, Hawa is on sabbatical. So you get us three lovely ladies today. But in the meantime, as we wait for, who was I supposed to be tagging? So be tagging people all up in this post that need to make themselves notice. Excuse me. How was y'all week, ladies?
Go ahead, Roxanne.
It's okay. Could be better.
It's still going, right?
Still going. I don't know. June feel a little bit dead.
It's just starting, sis.
Not really. We're about to wrap up the second week.
Girl, you're the same person that said June was over last week.
Let's be realistic here. After this weekend, after this weekend, we have about like few days left of June. You know what it is?
What?
Because I don't. You know what? I take that back. I was gonna say no holiday, but then I forgot Juneteenth.
Yes, there is a Juneteenth next week.
Okay, then I look forward to it.
Amen for that. Right in the middle of the week.
I need a vacation.
That's why you say that, because you want to go away.
I feel like I should go
Right.
That's
I'm
why.
having a little vacation depression right now. I feel like I need to be on somebody's beach, drinking coconut water.
Yeah.
And
Right. Take yourself to the beach. It's summertime over here.
I don't want America beaches. I beg. I won't be on some kind of.
She want to be on some type of tropical
Yeah, you know,
island. That's what she means. She ain't talking about no
I don't
Jersey
want
Shore.
to dry beach. Everybody be
She
on.
ain't talking about no Jersey Shore.
No, I want that Cancun, Cabo / Jamaica vibe.
Yeah, okay. I love the dream, right? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
I
it.
really, 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 showing my phone the other day and said, man, January trip was one of the best fun I had in my life.
All right, so in the meantime, as we wait for y'all to come, because we know how y'all act like latecomers and take y'all time to come and join the conversation, we are going to get into some G's, some T before we get into our main topic. And for those who are looking for our main topic today, just in case you did not pay attention to our page and not following our page, if you're not following our page, you're not our friends and stuff on our page and not following it, shame on you. Join our page, follow us, be friends with us, Raw Conversations platform, so you can always know what's going on. But today we are going to be talking about is beating a discipline. So you know how them kids, that's what we're going to talk about. Especially since it's summertime and they home, we need to have that conversation.
And me, all American people, they come and see they've been traumatized from their childhood.
But in the meantime, in the meantime, we are going to we're going to start with take it back to LIB, KD. You can talk about wonderful administration.
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I don't have all the details, but so it's in recent news according to Spoon TV, SK TV, the rescue team, which is the new administration under Joseph Walker, have been going back and forth with each other. And it's all, I think, surrounding money. So apparently they have started stealing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And money is going missing as it was under Opon's administration. Same thing that they were complaining, about that they would change the narrative, and then the puppet, they're like, oh, he's honest, he's this and that. Not that he's the one doing it, but it seems that he put people in positions that are thieves, and they have resulted into their old ways of stealing. What do you think? Do you think change is gonna come?
Uh, change. Anybody who think that, there's something wrong with them. We are not psychics on this show, but I'm pretty much sure we all can agree when I say we didn't expect anything else other than this. So it is what it is. Just same story, different characters. That's all.
Amen. Yeah, I
Amen.
but it's true. It's true. It's almost like just like the Bible. It's not gonna change until they find the right person, which they not. And I'm not saying that necessarily is the Papa Joe, but it seems like he don't have. I don't feel like he has much control. I feel like there's other people controlling, so they're gonna get theirs. Why they in there?
Mhm.
Of course.
Same story, same saga, over and over and over and over again.
That's true. That's true. Um, I mean, there was this 100-day what was it, like, administrative plan that was established, but out of that, I think one of the things we got excited for, because we have an organization surrounding this issue, was they were going to work towards putting some resources for giving resources to people that had like rehabilitation facilities
Mm-hmm.
to really get these kids out of the street, because for those of you who don't know, Liberia has a very huge population of drug users, um, and it ranged from, like, honestly, like 8 years. Even you'll find a few younger kids, but like stand up between like 8 to like 50 that are on drugs. But our young population, the future generation, it's a very heavy number. So I think one of their plan was that they were gonna, really go in on this and be strict on like what's coming into the country, and then give enough resources to get these kids out of the street. Now we've been applying for these different resources and like trying to get fundings and nothing's happening. So I just wonder where, if they are getting resources, where is it going? You know?
Hmm.
Um, like my friend used to say, the person that was saved by bird is yet to be born, and that's how I feel about it.
And it's a shame. It is a damn shame.
It's a shame. Yeah, that is it.
But the saga will continue. I'm sure we'll continue to hear more.
It's gonna continue. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what
It
happens.
get worse.
Can you stop with the Debbie Downer?
Negativity.
Well, that's not true. I can't sugarcoat it.
Uh,
See, see,
also,
Brian said we can't make change in Liberia with the same old players but different
Thank you.
positions. The same players that serves 12 years.
Exactamanto.
yeah, I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. And somebody tried to make this argument that, you have to put people in place that know the job. You can't just pick. And we talked about this on the show before when I was saying, why would you pick people that were there before and nothing happened? And then somebody was like, oh, I think it was Jennifer, if I'm not mistaken, that said you have to put people in position that did the job and that are experienced. And this is what experience looks like, right? They're back to their old ways.
Hmm. Liberia, Liberia. Oh, the story changed. Nobody knows.
Hello, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
All right, so getting into some other G's. You guys saw that Bad Boys 4 came out this weekend and actually made a lot of money this weekend. I think over 100 and something million. So they did actually use 100 and something million to make that movie, and they got their money back plus some. So good job, good job. But anyway, just focusing on that, Will Smith is back into the spotlight, and of course, another Smith had a comment to say about him. Per usual, Stephen A. Smith. Every time Stephen A. Smith is talking, I feel like his hair line keep receding as he just keep talking. But anyhow, he's decided to be the spokesman for Black people. I don't know who made him the spokesman for Black people. That Will Smith owes Black people an apology for putting slap in Chris Rock ear, and we're not over it yet. And of course, he got all the backlash because everybody's like, "What are you talking about?" Like everybody's over that. They even not even thinking about it. He's acting like he's Will Smith or whatever. And if anything, they will cancel Stephen A. Smith before they cancel Will Smith. So, what do you guys think about that?
Well, I went to see the movie, and the movie was good. It was funny.
It was good.
It was. I think you should see it. They did a good job at incorporating Martin Lawrence. That story that they added it into the storyline of his health issues. But
Mm-hmm.
in real life, I do think that that's what happened to him. But in the show, he looks normal. He looks fine. But obviously, we know that he's getting over. I think he's recovering from a stroke
The
or
man said he ain't have no show. That's a lie.
heart attack. Whatever it is that happened to him, something happened to him.
Yeah.
Or because when his speech is slurred, sometimes his movements are slow. So even if he didn't have a stroke or if he's in denial, something happened to him because that's not normal. If you looked at him at the award, not even the recent movie premiere, but at some award that they had.
With the whole Martin cast was on there.
Yes, yes, he something was wrong. So I don't know what that's about, but anyways, they did a good job with that, and I thought the movie was good. Now everyone's over that slap, okay, dude? That was 2 years ago. You need to get over it. Nobody's worried about Will Smith. Not even worried about that. Nobody. I don't even think he cares about. I mean, at some point, maybe he wants to go back to the Academy Awards, but it's long done. Like we shouldn't be bringing things up from the old, like from the past. Get over it. You don't want to watch the movie. That's your, your personal choice. But the movie was great. So, sir, we're over it.
Like I said, I don't know who made him the spokesperson, but just let him worry about your receding hairline if Will Smith, because like people said, um, you gonna be you they will cancel you before they cancel Will Smith. So sorry. Sorry for that. All right. And next thing, talking about this ghetto girl, Krishan and Blueface. Blueface, the rapper, he's in jail. And Krishan went to I got Darius in it and Steven is my guy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Stephen A. Is
He is, but it was him doing a little bit too much of being like he was a spokesperson for all black people. If you not over it because he says he has a relationship with Chris Rock or whatever, that's fine. Of course, Chris Rock not gonna be over it. He the one got slapped. His family not gonna be over it. But you cannot speak for everybody and say this is the black community how they feel. No, it ain't.
no. I mean, he does crack me up. That he do. I feel like at some point he just go bald because, like, just let it go. The hair is gone, and this goes for all guys. If you have your hairline is receding, the middle part is like clearly gone bald. That means you are going bald officially. What you need to do is to shave the entire thing off. Okay,
Be like Elsa, let it go.
let it go.
All right. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go.
No, but
All right. And then yeah, so talking about this Blueface and Krishan. Blueface is in jail, and Krishan, baby mama, she went to go to be at his hearing or whatever, not knowing that they had a warrant out. She went to the baby with their baby, not knowing they had a warrant out for her arrest. And sis got arrested right then in the court. And she walked in with stroller just to come back and be in handcuffs.
Not to walk in with screw and leave with handcuffs.
Yeah, my girl.
I don't understand.
It's
This
never a
girl,
dull day.
over and over and over again, she continues to do. Is she hypnotized? Is that a thing?
I don't even think. I think this girl do so much that she didn't even know warrant out for arrest. What she even in trouble for?
Apparently, she thought the situation was taken care of. Whatever, the charges are.
But they obviously knew she was going to show up there, so that was the best place to get her.
The cops always ahead of you.
Right.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Right.
Did y'all see? Is that a video for that, or did y'all see that, or you just heard?
You just saw her going in with the stroller, and next thing you know, she came out in handcuffs.
Her love, Derek. Her love is a little crazy. I'm not getting a tattoo of you on my face, my face, on my neck, on any part of
Any
my.
part of me, I'm not putting any part of me. I'm not putting your face there. Any part.
And then after you engage somebody publicly and decide to do music with them publicly,
Disown her baby.
own the child, and then I proceed to do what? That's craziness. I don't know if it's.
See, it's your African. I said not to do, but no.
It's the egg. It's the eggplant.
It gotta be something else.
I don't know.
Something carrying that girl, but
You try to figure out what it could be.
but it is. But we will continue to figure it out because I'm sure she
There's a
can.
calling on her life, and maybe this is one of the things that keep her away from her calling.
I don't know. I'm just happy that he is locked up because at least it's been a little bit quiet. Because once he get back out, oh my god,
it has been.
They're gonna be annoying again. So we will take it.
We will take it. Anything. They're both there.
We'll take it. And then the last thing that was circling around, if you all are, if anybody is fans of Power and you know Ghost Son Tariq, where his real name is Michael Rainey Jr. He was on a social media platform, and I would love to hear the guys, the men in the audience, there, y'all intake on this. So he was on a YouTube platform with this other young boy. I don't know who he is, but anyway, the boy's sister came in the room, and that was her first time like seeing a celebrity or whatever. She was surprised, shocked, whatever. She hugged him and like basically almost fainted on him, and he fell back on the bed. Then later on, as he's standing there and they like all into the camera, computer, whatever, talking, her brother is not paying attention. He's talking to other little kids. I don't know who those little kids were, whether that was family members of his or whatever. But the girl comes on the side as he's standing there, Tariq, aka Michael, and he's in there, and she starts to grab his penis. She grabs it. And he's like, whoa, like that. And he's apparent, you can see it that he's uncomfortable, but he can't do nothing but laugh about it. And her brother did not see it, but his friends on the side saw it. But anyway, long story short, 20 minutes later, he left. And everybody told her brother whatever what happened. At first, the brother was defending, like, oh, my sister ain't never seen celebrity before. That's why she was acting like that. She never seen somebody of that caliber. And then he later on came and apologized and said his sister was absolutely wrong for doing that or however. And 50 Cent's been joking, said he's fine. He should get over it. People has been doing that to him as a rapper for years. Women have been doing that to him. He should take that as a compliment and not sexual assault to go lock the woman up. So people just saying if it was opposite, if that was him as a male to touch a female, everything would have been canceled right now. Cancel power, everything would have been an issue. But when they're saying it's biased when a woman does that to a man. So how y'all feel about it? Do you feel like that was sexual assault?
I do think that it is biased. Men don't get enough attention as women when these things happen. So definitely it would have been really huge had it been the other way around, where she was being groped on. Don't touch people, guys. Keep your hands to yourself, whether you're a woman, whether you're a man. If the person's not comfortable with it, don't do it.
Now, had he reacted in a way where he does the same back to her, then it would be considered.
It would have been considered that he did something wrong to her, or however. And Thomas, you lost. What we're talking about is this is celebrity, and he's a celebrity, and a regular girl came and touched his penis, grabbed his penis while she was on camera, was groping him. So that's what we're asking. If it was a man that did that to a female, if let's say that was a male and that was a celebrity, a female celebrity that he did that to, it would have been a big issue. Like, oh my God, that was a sexual assault. Da, da, da. But because it was a female, it's taken more lightly. Like, oh, well, you should take that as a compliment. Like, yeah, that's what women do.
And then you would have seen all these women rights activists. Me too. Want to shut you down and protesting and shut down the show. We can't watch it no more. And then next thing you know, stars will have to come and write a statement and say blah 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 blah. But that's not the case. And 50 Cent need to shut up, because the era he started in is not the same thing as of today. Right. Back then, a lot of those things that he said happened, it wasn't being called out. Now everybody these days are sensitive to everything except when it's happening to men. Then nobody's sensitive because it's men. They're automatically supposed to enjoy it. But I definitely think that's bias, and I think that's a sexual harassment for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's gonna file though. It's just where you pick and choose your battles.
So long it's not gonna mess up his career. I'm pretty sure he has PR people, whatever they are, for this type of stuff. So long it's not going to damage his career in any kind of way, they're not going to, it's not really much that's going to be done. But if it was the other way around, now he probably have to write a speech and blah, 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 blah. But right here, they probably like, listen, just put this behind you. Don't let this distract you. This is the final season of Power. We getting the buzz out there. So let's just, stay focused, because he got other projects coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that was definitely sexual misconduct. Like, she definitely was not supposed to put her hand on him, and she wasn't even fine either. You see, the girl said she looked sloppy.
Is this underage?
Whole mess. She is who underage him.
The
The-
girl, not him. I know he's an adult, but the
Yeah,
girl.
he's 23. I don't. You said it was a boy younger sister. She doesn't look like she's young like that. But still, whether she's underage or not, what are you doing?
no, because if she was underage, she could put that man in trouble.
Right. But suppose even what he suppose he would have reacted differently too and slapped the hell out of her or something in that moment.
Right.
But honestly, when I explained the whole story, as soon as I hear other cheering, I said, "Oh,
Yeah,
because
like there was the little kids were lined up like right in front. So if you don't pay attention to see her sliding her hand on the side, like you have to watch a video twice, like to realize what happened because she's like on the side, but you see her halfway and she's groping him.
desperate."
He just like pushing her hand off, but he's like trying to laugh to play it off because he doesn't necessarily want to embarrass her, but he's uncomfortable.
He could have did that because if it was a female, she would have. You know, women these days, if you do that to them, next thing they'll be all up in your face. You should have said something.
Right. Right. So people are just upset because her brother tried to play it off like, oh, she ain't never seen a celebrity before, and that no.
Mm.
And
Bias.
the internet will grab anything these days. They
Yeah,
pick
right. So he later came out and he gave his little statement about it too, and said that, and he was right. He said roles was reversed. If I would have did that, I would have been completely canceled. Everything about me would have been canceled.
Your whole career would have been destroyed.
So I don't think he's going any further pressing charges or whatever. But it's just bringing the awareness of biases when it comes to sexual harassment. Even how they sometimes people can take it as a joke to say, "Oh, woman can't rape me."
Mm.
that's a thing. It can actually happen.
I know, but people don't take it as nothing.
Have you read 50 Shades?
Because the men don't report it. The men that are supposedly in the situation not gonna report it because it's seen as a. I mean, what's wrong with that?
What was wrong with that?
Aren't you a man? But that's not the case here.
Mm-hmm. If you read 50 Shades, you would know that woman.
Nobody read that book.
No, trust me, that was a number one seller for a while.
I'm talking about. Yeah, I know you read it. You a fan.
I didn't read the book. I watched the movie.
I watched the movie. I saved myself the headache.
Nothing's like the book.
Yeah, so I only watched the movies.
Nothing. I don't think movies are ever like the book. To be honest,
I mean, yeah, most people say that.
book doesn't describe like everything that's like you would enjoy about.
You mean movies?
Yeah, the movie doesn't describe everything like you would enjoy, like how the book went into detail. But in your free time, read your Bible first.
You know what? I can't. So that was it. That was all we have about the tea and stuff. We're gonna get into our main topic now. Waste time. Oh, look at Byron. Of course, he read the book. Of
I'm
course.
sure he did.
So Byron, I want to ask you.
We connected.
Byron, I want to ask you. Do you watch Bridgerton?
Yes, he does. We talked about this before,
Do
right?
you watch Bridgerton?
I think so. I think he does.
Because girl, the way I'm waiting for tomorrow to hit drop.
They're gonna have to drag me to my TV to watch it. I saw the first season and I never looked back.
Oh, tomorrow is the second.
The second part. The way I'm about to be all up in my screen.
Oh yeah. I gotta prep myself. I might just do it Sunday.
My Sunday be full with all my shows. I got Power, I got The Shy, I got House of Dragons. I be saying I was
Your favorite obsessed with TV.
You sound like a gangster. All your things that you naming.
No. House of Dragons just like another part of Game of Thrones, y'all.
No, but I do be watching. I do be watching Power. I definitely do.
I've never seen that show before.
Your life.
We're not gonna do this tonight.
He said he got other shows he watching now, but Byron, do you watch Bridgerton? You didn't answer me on that.
You know,
there's more shows. Like
the first Bridgerton will always be the best. Honestly,
that's why I quit watching it after the first one. I never.
They need to bring Honey Boo Boo back.
The Duke.
The Duke. Okay.
Oh no, then Byron, then come on, you can't be about that you reading the books and then you ain't never watched Bridgerton. Come on now, if you like what's it, 50 Shades of Grey, you'll like Bridgerton.
Just one. Honestly, the rest,
I didn't feel the second season, but I am definitely into this third season.
Y'all got time. You got
Yeah, you get time too, man.
So I am actually waiting for it. It's nothing sexual, but Emily in Paris.
Yes, I waiting for
Yeah,
that.
I never watched it. I gotta watch that.
Please
Got
do.
to, Emily in Paris.
Cause
Yeah, start with season 1 of Bridgerton.
Start with season 1. Watch the Duke.
You will
Watch
appreciate.
the Duke down. Okay.
watch only season 1. That's the most one.
I know. I thought the Queen story was cute.
No, the Queen sorrows. Please. Prayers. That was great. That was good. I like the Queen story was good too. Second season, I just was with it.
Yeah.
I was
yeah. That sometimes like gay men, yeah, he tried, but
and that doesn't help too that I know what he is.
Yeah.
Right. It was like, bro, you just doing that to do that.
To act at this point.
Right. So but yes, let's get into our main topic. Our main topic tonight is beating a discipline. All right. So Karina, you want me to share that video first before you start getting a discipline?
Yes, let's see.
Okay, let me see if I can let me share it, sir. Because it went straight to YouTube. All right, y'all can see it. Y'all can see the screen.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh wait, the volume's down. Hold on.
West Africa.
Go inside, go and get it. Go and get it. Go inside and get it. You know I don't like eating the man.
If my child talks to me and talks back, I don't take it lightly. And I'll come down strongly on it.
Head of the house is Richard, a part-time pastor. His wife Vida is a businesswoman. And their 3 children are 19-year-old Troudy, 14-year-old Joshua, and 4-year-old Nathan.
I do think I'm a strict parent. And I don't feel guilty about that. I rather feel very proud.
Boyfriends and girlfriends are forbidden, children work for hours around the house, and parents are always right.
Hurry.
I see children answering back to their parents, virtually insulting them, walking over them. You can't do this in Africa. It's impossible. You'll be disciplined immediately.
As a result, their children are obedient, hardworking, and respectful.
We can't let mommy sweep and do everything. We also have to do some things. I like it.
That doting on your child and letting your child get away with lots of things doesn't show love. It's being strict and firm and putting them in their right perspectives of life. That is what is love.
Did that remind y'all? did that take y'all back?
No, because it wasn't that intense. It was giving, slave camp to me, but I got beaten, but it wasn't to the point where I feel like she's doing a lot.
Well, that was the story of other people. Trust me, some people have worse stories. Vanessa, do you have any stories?
No. Yeah, of course I got beatings, but I don't think it wasn't to that extent. Like I think my mom caught me a couple of times when I was little, when I wouldn't necessarily listen, or even sometimes the same Derek man in his comment section, he the one got me in trouble because I would be trying to help him out and I get in trouble because I let him get off his punishment and don't report him.
Yeah, no, my mother never I
But
could.
I didn't. But no, like even my dad never. He did. All my dad had to do was yell at me, and I would cry.
Mm.
I just feel like you don't have to be that extreme
Yeah.
to discipline kids.
Yeah, my mom didn't do it too much. Like she'll get me, like it'll be like once in a while. Like she wasn't like my mom wasn't like so.
And that doesn't always work, if I'm being quite honest. That
Hold
doesn't.
on now, hold your tail feathers.
Hold on, now it depends. Hold on.
We get into the discussion anyway.
And
My recollection, and I'll never forget this. First of all, my dad used to whoop me. He whooped me for years because they said I was one. They wanted me. He wanted me to speak standard English, and I used to speak like Yakuba, which is like the version of Gyo, a lot, and he whooped that out of me. Two, one time I got crazy and said I was gonna fight this girl, which was our neighbor or something. We went to this rooftop. I don't know what we did because that wasn't a fight. But little did I know my dad had heard about it. And he said, "Hey, you want to fight?" He went, picked the good stick for me, clean it nicely, beat me. After that, pepper me and put me in the sun. As a discipline since that day, if I tell you I ever fought, I'll be lying to you. I don't like to fight. I stay far away. I've been traumatized. Okay, guys?
Thomas, to answer your question, the Bible, that whole sport of world, whatever sport of rap quote, whatever they got, that's where they take that from. I truly believe that because I feel like African parents really go by that verse. But my recollection of discipline is I only had two extreme. I mean, I had like the regular, like, go upstairs and blah, blah, blah. But the two that I had, which I really, when I talk about it, I probably want to tell my mom to meet me outside tonight. But, but the first one was when she beat me and gave me like a pepper bath and bathed me with pepper water. Yeah,
Ooh.
I burned from head to toes.
Ooh.
That was like in my person a long time ago. Then the second one was hair. That was when I got in a fight and she chopped off all my hair.
Oh, well, then that one was just to show you don't play.
Don't play with me.
I be seeing that. I saw I saw a video the other day. A boy was laughing at another boy who lost his hair from chemo. So his dad took him to the barbershop and shaved all his dreads off.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, since you thought it was funny to
Oh.
bully the boy cancer chemo, let me show you how it feels. And shave all his hair off. And he's like screaming. He's like screaming, crying in the chair, and people were saying, "Oh, that was
extreme." No,
extreme." I'm like, no. I think experience is the best teacher.
It serves him right. It serves him right.
All right, so let's get into it. So, discipline. Webster defines discipline as practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, right? So, what are some ways, American ways that are considered disciplining children?
Time
Time
out.
Taking away from them that
taking their electronics and stuff away from them.
That would torture them.
Grounded.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're definitely right. So according to research, withdrawal or delay of privileges, consequences to actions,
right,
timeouts, physical discipline. Now that's for Americans. As you see in this video, it's a little different from Americans. How do Africans rule?
Pumping tire.
Pumping tires, known as squats.
I be forgetting about that thing. And sometimes my kids give me a hard time. Be like, I should be making your pump tire, right?
I do make my kids pump tires.
No, I would not have my kids do that because I remember one time when I was a kid and they had me doing that. I almost fainted. I don't know if I didn't eat or that was the heat because in Africa, but I almost passed out. So no pumping tires.
In their house, if you don't understand your bathroom where your mouth running more than anything else, you will pump tire until you get it.
Nah, that's cruelty. I'm not with that one. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But anyway, pumping tires, having a book, book lifting,
Mm-hmm.
being
What's the one? We are 1 foot
Foot
up,
in it like that. Yep.
and then
that
your hand goes like this.
Yeah.
They had that in school. Where when you get the, they'll have you like, stand up like this
Balancing on one foot with your other foot up.
until they pay to
that,
put your foot down.
that's part of the book lifting club. Discipline. Physical discipline, which includes slapping, spanking, belts, sticks, throwing of any item within range. Like sometimes some people get thrown with iron balls, the what is it? The hangers, shoes.
Mm-hmm. Take pin. I remember that one too. You bent over like that.
Wait, what? I don't think I remember that one. Take
So
what?
it's like you bend over, like almost like you picking up pin, and you got like balance, like bend it over like that,
No,
almost like you picking up the pin.
call that one. That's in school.
Yep.
I've seen, yeah. That Darren I made me see all the things that happen because they not do it to him. He's so hard at it.
And imagine watching your sibling doing these things and you have a smirk on your face.
Girl, I used to be laughing, okay, and that was bad of me when I think about it. I used to be laughing. I remember one time I laughed at him so bad for having the pump tire, and he told me to shut up. I tell you that it's not like he ain't ear. Don't tell your sister. Woo!
Yeah.
Another one I have on the list as discipline is going to bed without food.
That's no. Certain things he's thinking of.
Wow.
So now when we think about the law,
sis.
hey Jan, how you feeling? When we think about the law, so typically the law allows parents to choose their method of discipline, but sometimes there are some serious criminal civil issues that can arise based on the lines that are crossed. So there can be a thin line between punishment, discipline, and abuse. So this is where you have to be careful on what you're doing. So when does punishment cross that line?
I know. I have this recollection where I had a classmate of mine back home. His dad beat him to death because of he failed a test. That can never leave my mind. That's crossing the line. Okay, it's one thing to give someone a few lashes, but it's one thing when you beating them to death, starving them too. I think that's anything that will put the person health or life as a whole at risk. I'm not with it.
Yeah. So you make a good point because according to the CDC, which is the Centers for Disease Control, they define child abuse as the intentional use of physical force that can result in physical injury. Now, I know a lot of times, and I don't know where this came about, where African parents think that physical abuse is the way to go. Do you agree? Disagree?
I think it's the only way they know over there, because it's to the point of like my daughter tells me stories about when she was in school over there, from even the teacher putting their hands on you, and I could not imagine that, because I'd be like, I'm ready to go to school to fight for the teacher to put there. And so it's a part of the culture that is like, it literally, it takes a village to raise a child. It's part of the culture that anybody wants, especially once they know your mom, your pa, whoever, they can beat you.
But is it effective? Because if that's
but I'm saying, but that's just part of their culture.
Yeah. So it part of the culture, because to them is a very effective way. But some people would say no.
But in some situations it can be. In some situations it can be. But some situations it is.
Yeah,
because there's some I can't say like the really abusive ones, but some I knew that my mom don't play, so I know I'm not gonna talk to my mom a certain way or this and that. And I've even it's not just only black people. I have friends of other races, white friends, where I seen their moms
Mm-hmm.
grip them up. And I had to be like, okay, I'm going back up. I'm going upstairs to my house. I'll see you later because they're about to get beat. And I think and to me, I think in some way, I I can kind of appreciate the discipline because when you watch these other kids that don't have the discipline at all, and their
Mm-hmm.
parents negotiating and giving them options and being their friend, and the way they talk to their parents, oh no,
I was gonna say that next. I was gonna say,
it can never happen.
yeah, some of us are grateful for.
So I appreciate that because then that then helps me to raise my children as well, to understand that I'm not your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like playing, go play with somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And that way that kids respond to grown-ups what when you call them.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like even my little 5 year old, she's still learning that. Like when she's still learning that, and she comes in, oh, she says what, and then I say, what did you say? Then she can say, oh yes, yes, mommy. So she's learning that
Mhm.
okay, you're not the difference of what I can say to my friends, I can't say to adults.
Even to like friends, I still think that there should be a level of
Respect.
respect,
You have to have respect.
right?
Yeah,
Like
you have to
you're
have
not
boundaries and have respect. But definitely, they need to definitely know the difference of I'm talking to an adult versus I'm talking to a child. Even when they even talking to their older siblings and things like that, there has to be some type of barrier.
Mhm.
But just how Tommy says, some kids will kill their parents for that mess. That's true. Some have.
Some have and some will.
Mhm.
But it depends on the I think. Do you guys think there's discipline with love?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like that lady was saying in the in the video that we saw. I know it looked extreme, but
Yeah, sis walking around with a stick all day. She stayed ready.
Yeah, but don't make the kid's childhood miserable.
She stayed ready. She stayed ready to beat.
This kind of household is like, when do they have time to laugh, like have fun? I get it, but to just all day to just be, like a boot camp. I don't know. That's not.
I feel like they weren't like hate, like they weren't upset because they knew their parents loved
Yeah,
them.
but because that's what been engraved in their
That's
head.
the
So
only
of course they're
culture
not
they
going
know
to be
over there.
upset. They're used to it. But is that normal? No, like you shouldn't have to live in fear every day in your parents' house. It's one thing if the person do something wrong and you try to discipline, that's one thing. But if I'm waking up every morning and you just straight up just like a military boot camp, you just no, like kids are human too. Like you have to like understand some of these things. That's why a lot of kids be suffering from depression and stuff because they're living in the household with parents who just own them. That's not no kind of happiness at all. Nobody's saying don't discipline, but geez, again, the kids like be kids.
Mm, mm, mm. Hi, Che. Good evening.
Good evening, Chair.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
But anyway, so when in terms of corporal punishment, um, it is legal in all 50 states. Parents can exercise their right. So for kids that be like, oh, I'm gonna call the police, just know that corporal punishment is legal. However, there are some limitations to it as well for parents. So just know that. So as long as it's reasonable but not excessive, and that's corporal punishment. If it's reasonable but not excessive, parent. So if you decide spanking is the way to go to spank your children, if it's reasonable and not excessive, that's you can get away with that. Now, courts do take marks, bruises very seriously.
Yes, they do.
but also some of these things can be considered found as abuse without them. So you spanking, they don't have to see marks on your child. It could go in as abuse. So is beating a discipline? It can be if it's reasonable, but not excessive. And you have to be mindful of how um just because you say, oh, you're beating a kid or spanking a kid and you left no marks on them, doesn't mean it's not going to be abused. If you're doing something that's excessive, and then the child goes or reported, or they're acting, Faith is a social worker. So if, their job is they're observing, people all day long, if they run into a child that's, certain behaviors that they're displaying, even if they're not showing marks, so you got to be careful with that, because a lot of parents have gotten in trouble thinking, oh, there are no marks on the children, so they can get away with that stuff. No, it's a case to case basis with the courts. So you just have to remember that.
It's there's other ways too for them to discover that, even with some kids where if they go to school and try to interact with them and they're just jumpy and scared and all that stuff, those they take all those things into account as well.
So you being a mandated reporter, I'm also too a mandated reporter of child abuse. What are some signs that you'll see where it's like, okay, something's happening, something deeper is happening?
Fear, isolation, bruises, strange behaviors, poor hygiene.
Not wanting to go home.
Yeah, not want to go home. Um, long list. Long, not just some of the lists, but those are the main obvious ones when it comes to kids.
Or there can also be the opposite too, of some of them react and can be bullies and abusive to other people because it's what they're experiencing.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah.
So, just reading some comments. Thomas says Liberians even sell rotten in the markets for people to beat their kids. That is true. As a matter of fact, back in the day, the teachers will make you go outside to pick your own rotten, and you'll come home and you will clean it. They want you to clean it because when you take the hard part of the rotten off, the smooth part is the one that hurts the most. So they'll make you clean it, so you get ready for your own beating.
Mm, 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 mm.
Those teachers were wicked. If they didn't like you as just over a person or a kid, trust and believe you were gonna get it.
Mm. I'm glad I did not go to school over there.
Yeah. Hi, SB. Welcome, welcome. You be popping up saying one or two
One
comments.
or two, then he goes. So we're not gay at time.
There are limitations to punishment. If you leave marks or bruises, you can go to jail. Absolutely, Thomas. Y'all listen to Thomas. There are limitations. If you leave marks or bruises, you can go to jail. But again, it's on a case to case basis. It's state by state. Every state has its own law, but generally, like I mentioned before, corporal punishment is legal in all states as long as it's reasonable but not excessive. Um, Khalif, Dr. Khalif said spanking is acceptable. Abuse physically, mentally, emotionally is what gets you in trouble. Okay. In terms of emotional, can you really go to jail for emotional abuse?
If you messing with that person psychologically, yeah, you can.
Mm. I wonder how.
You
What
can't
does it look like?
think about the situation with that girl that recently got out of jail for
Mhm.
killing her mom. Don't you take that as she received a lot of emotional abuse because her mom made her feel like she had all these sicknesses and put her in a wheelchair and had her feeling, like she was disabled, she was this, she was that, and come to find out she didn't have any of those things. So don't you think all of that
But she went to jail for killing her
killing
mom.
her mom. But if they had known all of those things that she was doing to her, if she would have reported it instead of killing her mom,
Right.
mom probably could have went to jail for that.
Mm, mm. Now, Khalif, how is it scaled? Is physical abuse scaled differently from mental, emotional, or are they all on the same level?
He'll answer you.
Yeah. Well, I'm I'm, I'm asking like he's on the show.
All right. Yeah.
Paul did for a response. My dreams in the comments.
I'm sorry,
He
y'all.
said no, no, they're all in one basket.
Okay. 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 Hi, Tina. Welcome. 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 Yeah. Okay. So according to studies, using corporal punishment on children increases low self-esteem, self-harm, substance abuse. It can lead to substance abuse, distant relationships with parents, suicidal attempts. Now, I have heard in the past where someone um said they were no longer no longer, but they didn't want anything to do with their mom because when they were younger, their mom had like anger problems, and to discipline them, she would like throw like iron, the pressing iron on them, and like beat them severely, like really really bad. And so that separation, like now, like they're trying to go through counseling to get over it. And but then some others would say like, you're aren't you old for this?
When it comes to trauma, there's no such thing as being old.
Yeah.
But how long will it go for?
As long as it can go for it, you have to deal with it. You have to find
You
out.
have to deal with it, and especially if she was a person that did not deal with that,
Yeah,
it carries on. So it depends on what kind of help you got, how you dealt with it. If you didn't deal with your trauma will continue. Just how same thing with grief. Grief, I don't care how you deal with it, it's gonna go. It's gonna continue. So
Hmm.
and the thing is too is that it can be a snowball effect where parents like that individual is talking about, maybe she had that same experience and it just trickled down to her kid.
Hmm.
That's what she experienced.
she just only knew that was the only right way to discipline.
Yep, and they just pass on down.
Mm.
I used to have neighbors who used to make the kids growing up, those kids used to come on burns, and used to have them touching the hot pot, the hot copa, and all that stuff. To me, that's not discipline. That's torture.
Mm.
And people like that, like I feel like those kind of parents sometimes have some like mental issues as well going on. That's a whole nother ball game, right? I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen the movie, the documentary on Netflix a couple of years ago before COVID, with the little boy parent that killed him, ended up killing him. Same thing, and then it was this whole deep thing where the state got a blame for it, and it went beyond. People didn't do the job as far as checking in and blah 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 blah. But it started from that, and it just went all the way down. I forgot the name of that documentary, but a lot of people were pissed when they watched that. Even me.
Mm.
Hmm.
That's yeah. Uh, it's crazy. So in going into that, what are alternatives to physical discipline? What do you think are alternatives to physical discipline?
Conversation.
Conversation.
I feel like physical discipline should be the last resort, but it doesn't have to be extreme.
I think it depends on what the situation is.
Yeah, but that's what,
Some situations don't warrant no conversation right then and there.
yeah, yeah.
It warrant a conversation why you getting that being.
I mean, yeah, you getting a B, but I'm not about to sit over here and be like, because I beat you, I yell at you, but then I'm telling you, you're not eating until the
Oh
next.
no, I'm not eating, but
That's what I'm saying.
no,
Extreme.
I'm saying that you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it beaten in here. Why you getting it at the same time? This is why. And then
Yeah.
after, I'm still reiterating to you. This is why.
So I got a question for you before we go dive into this. Do you think that people who pack the kids up and send in Africa like to live this really
Discipline them.
is that considered discipline? Is
Discipline.
that extreme or what is that? What category we putting that in?
I think sometimes people do that, and I think sometimes it's just like because the kid is so privileged here, so it's for you to understand the privileges that they don't have over there, for you to fully understand that. But it depends on who you sending that child to too. If you have someone, that's good that you sending a person to send them for some time or whatever for them to have full understanding. But just be like, oh, I just sending you back to who?
I've knew somebody who did that. He was acting up. It was leading to a rule of jail or death, and so they told him he was going on a trip.
It's always a trip.
Bought his ticket, and next thing he know, he found himself in Liberia. And
No way to get to Monrovia.
but the sad part about it, they never turned their backs to be like, okay, you've learned a thing or two.
Come back.
Do you think you've learned a thing or two, or like just do the checking ins? And to this day, that boy has never come back America.
Wait, by choice or he didn't come out by choice or they never brought him back?
He didn't come back because sometimes like when you're here and you don't work on certain documents, and if you go back,
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, if it passed 6 months, I know somebody that experienced that. After the 6 months, that's it. You're not coming back.
Yeah, boy never came back.
And
He
I
be
was
sending
wrong.
me messages like, "Hey, Karina," I'm like,
Well,
"Hi."
you're wrong.
That's crazy though, right?
I don't know. That's a scream, right? Because now he could have been here and could have accomplished something because that bro don't have no opportunities like that. So I feel like
But would
who
he have
knows?
though?
Huh?
Would he have?
He could have. You never know.
You don't know.
know.
How would they know what he learned from it if they didn't give him the opportunity to come back?
Right.
My only concern with people who make those decisions is that, as you mentioned before, if you have some sort of guidance, back there, like you said, like Khalif is saying, if your Oma is back there, that that can
I'm gonna let you know you can be on my mom.
Put you in a place for some time and then allow you to come back, right? But you sending your child, whether your child is in Africa or here, if there is no form of what am I saying, examples, or kids will do what they kids would make choices they want to make at the end of the day, but if there's no guidance there, they will still spoil. They'll still get on drugs. They'll still become
Do you agree that Liberian children in Africa just in general have more guidance or discipline versus the children here?
No.
Absolutely. I think so.
No. I mean, nowadays, I feel like the one over there, that I will move wide open in here. If you ask me, I feel like the most. I feel like people who still send their kids back home for discipline. I can't speak for other countries, Nigeria and Ghana, other places. I can't speak for it. I know for a fact, like to me, if you try to send your kids back Liberia to change, I feel like it will be making it worse.
No, I think if he's talking about the perspective of like how they interact with adults, how they interact with like
like what Kali said, more structure.
Yeah, structure wise, I do think that kids in Liberia or Africa are more structured because there is a strong sense of discipline, opposed to here where anything you do and the ability, the access that they have, not to just like technology, but like just, they are in school for what, 8 hours, 9 hours of the day. They're picking up all sorts of behaviors, and teachers nowadays don't have that kind of control to get kids together. So there's no structure.
You think they're afraid to get kids together?
Are they afraid?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, yeah, because the kids are so out of control that they're beating on the poor teachers.
It could be the kids or it could be the parents. How the parents, I'm saying fear from the parent reaction too as well.
Yeah, yeah. You say you scream at a kid a certain way, you getting fired. You lift up your hands a certain way, you're getting fired. So everything is eggshells. So the limitations now on teachers is heavy.
Then again, you can't blame them. Devil's advocate here. You can't blame them for having all the structures, right? Because there are some crazy people. You don't want some random people be the ones trying to discipline your kids. Some people just not fit for that. To be trying to discipline other people's kids, especially here, right? It's a lot of unhinged people, um, even in the school system. You don't know who teaching your kids. You don't know what kind of history they got going on, what kind of mental health and stuff like that. So I will see why they do that. But outside of schools and other public structures, I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's the best for everyone. Like for example, people slightly off topic here for people who say, oh, it's fair that teachers should have guns and blah 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 to protect kids, and then you have people say, nah, people are crazy. One of those teachers, they lose it and they whip out that gun and those stuff like that. I think
I definitely think it's a bad idea telling teachers they can carry guns to school. There's a difference between the securities, hiring securities in the school who are taught and trained to shoot if there's a shooter, a threat to the school. But just telling a teacher and any all teacher they can carry gun, watch, that's gonna go left.
right, and that makes my point. Because some teacher can't be responsible enough to even try to discipline nobody kids because they'll probably lose it too.
Yeah.
This country,
I know. I ain't got the energy to go deal with them kids in the school setting.
That's why I ain't go to school to be nobody's.
I ain't no teacher.
Mm-mm.
And maybe we're off topic here, but they don't get paid enough because, baby, those kids, especially the elementary kids, are not kids. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cursing, the disrespect, the getting up to want to hit the teacher, the getting the teacher fired because they said
But
something.
that's because that. But that's the same. But that's the same behavior too. That's allowed. That's allowed at home. I can go to the park. I can go to the parks here, and you can hear how some of these little kids, little ones, how they talk, and that's because of the interactions and stuff that they have at home.
Yeah.
They talk like grown men and grown women. When they're ready to cuss each other, say it don't be a joke.
It don't be. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. I was walking to my parents' house and I passed these two little kids and they're dropping F-bombs. I'm like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I had a little one boy was like, suck mine. I'm like, what do you have to suck?
Sometimes I wonder, like, it might be a dumb thinking if some parents are aware that's how the kids behave when they're outside. I mean,
to be honest with you, we all don't know how our children talk unless you take their phone, they are muffled before to know how they talk.
That is true.
You'll be very surprised and be like, that's my child.
That is true. That is very true.
So they may not be trained to talk like that, but you'd be like, ah.
You be like, Jesus, no way I raised that.
You be embarrassed real quick. Like you gotta gather yourself. Like, wait a minute.
Like, you'd be like, you talking like you don't come from a home. Wait a minute.
Right. Wait a minute now.
Especially African parents, they be tight. Oh, they be like, what? What? You weren't raised like that?
You know what I just thought about that we didn't talk about during the G's?
Well,
so true, Daddy.
No, I gotta pause. I'm sorry.
Karina, you seen that video, right?
I
You didn't see that God say you're prophesizing over the girl, over the woman's life, and how her mom, the one making that she's stuck here. And
I saw snippets of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw snippets of it.
And towards the end, found out that the mom is dead.
I saw snippets of it because Kelvin did the whole write out the scene. He wrote it out, and so I read the scene more so than I watched it.
When I tell you that I'm just prepared to go to church anytime the pastor be preaching. So true, Daddy.
Seriously, I feel like that's a whole conversation for another day because that topic within itself so much to talk about.
Yeah, that needs to be the next topic.
Yes.
Play
that.
The impact of false prophecy in Africa.
Yes.
They really do have African people.
But it's not even just in Africa, it's over here too.
Yeah, but I just feel like back home is more of a chokehold because people are more desperate. So they really,
there was a time when people will go to people and pay. Because mom that told me this and told me that.
Chad, I remember when Sonny Badu was in town. That time when Sonny Badu was hot and he went to GRT. Boy, were they like looking for miracles? I'm like, nah, don't y'all know the Lord? Y'all can take that out to the Lord in prayer.
Nah, we got to put this next because I have
So next topic would be called So True, Daddy.
Oh yeah. I like it. And y'all gotta play a video too, so everybody can have an idea what we're talking about.
Yes, because
that's our topic next week. We let's get into it.
So true, Daddy.
So true, Daddy.
But anyway, just how Tommy said, yes, these kids definitely are off the chain.
Yeah,
definitely off the chain, and definitely do too much. And I feel like it's all about you gotta consider, you should, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't consider their feelings and all of that stuff, but I don't know, I feel like these days kids feel like they have too much rights.
They really do. They really do. They really do, to the point where a parent can't be like, call the police anymore because you have to fear, because you don't even know what
they gonna say. What they gonna say? Or do you get the I didn't ask to be here? Yes, you did. You beat out all those other sperms to get to that egg. Yes, you did.
You keep running, pick me. But some people blame the millennials. They say like that's who raising kids.
But children raising children.
Yeah.
So the grandmothers are getting younger by the day, See
hi girls, they
30-year-old grandmother.
They're not sitting home anymore watching your kids.
Yeah, I gotta live my life. You know how they can be. I gotta live my life.
I gotta beg my mama to watch my kids, because she'd be like, what time? Because I gotta.
Yeah, that generation, they probably all about the overtime. You can't play with the overtime.
No, see, this is why I miss my mama, because she was very all day, every day. Just you didn't even have to ask. She'd be like, "Here, like leave them." In fact, we will fight, because it would be like, "Can they stay home?" Like, no, bring them here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
That's
I
true.
don't know, but mom definitely balances out. You know, every now and then, be like, okay, now come get your kids.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Ooh,
done.
those are a handful.
But
Mm-mm.
honestly, thank you guys for, being part of the conversation. Oh, you're welcome, sis John Jay. Our goal is to bring some education to this platform. We discuss all things, all the taboo topics that people are uncomfortable talking about. We try to get it out there and to talk about it. So, thank you guys for coming on tonight. As we've established, beating, spanking, those are types of physical uh, um, discipline. But there are other ways to, try to discipline your children as well, because sometimes beating them can get some type of word out, but the consistency of it is not really going to change anything.
Let me ask you this, Karina, for you in. Do you think is a bad thing to have your child have fear of you?
Yes.
Yeah, a big a level. Even like if you look at scriptural wise, like the Bible, like when the Bible talks about the beginning of fear, a fear at the beginning of wisdom. Like, yeah, a certain level. It's not that they fear you that they can't come to you, but they fear you that they can't disrespect you or do something, out of pocket. Like, they have that reverence, like, oh, that respect. Like, no, 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 like if my mom gets in this room, if I'm screaming, yelling, and she tells me to stop, immediately I stop. I gather myself and I walk away. That's a certain level of fear. Like, even to say like I'm old, but still, like, no matter what age I am, if my mom or anybody older than me tells me calm down, chill, like, immediately I stop. So yes, having a certain level of fear helps.
I think that's a fine line between fear and respect. We respect our parents. Fear to me, if you fear someone, right, it's almost like you avoid certain things about that person. I wouldn't want to be in fear of my mother. I feel like growing up as a kid, what that did was it caused me to hide a lot of things that I should have conversation that should have been had with her. She missed out on that because a lot of those fear were instilled in me. I felt like had she came from a different approach, then she wouldn't have missed out on so many things that she should have been aware of as a parent. Now as an adult, I won't say fear, but more so high respect, high respect. That's how I see it for my mother or her sisters because they all raised me.
For me, I take it as either. It can be either. I hear what Karina's saying, like having some type of, I'm not saying that it's fear that you're so scared, but it's a fear of that. I know I'm not supposed to cross that boundary or cross that line
Mhm.
that I'm looking at. But then also too, though, you can, like you said, Roxanne, you didn't have that open relationship, but you can also have an open relationship and try to talk or whatever. If they want to hide something from you, they're gonna hide something from you.
That is true.
So it's like it just depends on the child, because even if you're not necessarily showing that fear and you're like, okay, explaining and trying to be open or whatever, sometimes they still gonna have that fear of, okay, because that's my mom, that's my dad, I can't come to them and tell them this is going on and that is going on, because they just have that generally because you're their parent.
Yeah. Someone said that there's no script or on how to raise kids.
Yeah, it
It's
isn't.
These
You
kids.
just take it. You just take it day by day, and each one is different.
Hmm.
Each
each
one is
one.
different. One can be very easy to deal with. One can be very quiet. One can be very hard headed to deal with as well. So it's just like what you try with one won't necessarily work with the next one.
Yeah, and every
And I can be pretending, smiling, showing you 32 teeth. Check behind them twice. They, they the slow waters running deep.
Oh, wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I be like, look, girl, you ain't tried nothing. Girl, boy, you ain't tried nothing that I haven't tried. Okay.
That's good.
I may not talk. I may not talk all the time, but I notice.
All the tricks, all the excuses.
I may not be. I'm not gonna. I may not be on you. Be like, you know, this. No. But one thing about him, she can notice. So.
Try anything. Okay.
Notice. You can notice.
Oh God, Jesus.
You can notice. So try it if you want to.
Yeah. I definitely feel like America make parenting a little bit challenging, a little bit more compared to back home. It's a little challenging because you have to follow the laws and this and that.
But don't you think too, with our experiences too, sometimes we'd be like, well, because this and this happened to me, I don't want that with my child. So I want to try to come a little different and do this and do that. And then sometimes that backfires.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things I wouldn't do. Cutting hair is a no.
Yeah.
No, nobody's shaving nobody's hair, but it's just certain things I would disagree with my mother's parenting. That's my opinion. Doesn't mean her way was wrong because obviously I'm here.
That type of water ain't no joke.
It worked. You turned out okay.
So true, mommy.
I was blind, but yes, I can see. I got my eyesight. I got out 50-50. Maybe the pepper made me see even better. Who knows?
Girl.
Ooh, burning for a whole week. That's something else.
Yeah, I only think I only got one bad beat, and then that's because of that damn Derek.
You still, where is Derek? Because
he was here earlier. So he was like on a punishment. He was on punishment, and he wasn't supposed to. He was grounded on punishment because that was my mom. She was more of a, I'll take things away from you, punish you. Like to spank you would be her very last resort. That means like you really did something to piss her off, So, but she'd be quick to yell. And I felt sorry for the man because he always in trouble and always grounded. So after having some of his friends come over, and she was at work doing her regular overtimes. Usually I will pick up the phone and snitch. But this time I felt bad. So okay, I'm not gonna tell, y'all go ahead, play. Just make sure they get out of here for grandpa come back before she come home and catch you. Well, I don't know what kind of wrestling rough playing they did, Mom. They go pull a hole in the people's apartment wall.
Yeah.
How? So I pick up the phone and go explain that one to my mom. So I had to call her at work. And, what's wrong? I had to tell her. Said there's a hole in your wall. What?
The snitching sister.
I had to say something. Because he now panicking, he don't know what to say. He's so beyond punishment, what he going to say? So I know she going to come home and not to say, well, very small hole, ma. Be cool.
Be cool.
In the wall. They wrestling or whatever, and his one friend was big, huge boy, and they bumped into the wall and whoop, big hole in the big wall. So I had to tell her, and she was just like, "They did what?" And just yelling.
I'm not sure all the way work.
And she was yelling, "Oh, I come home, I will be here." And then she said, "In fact, I will be you too because you didn't call me because a lot of man you were looking for. Like, why you didn't call me?"
Oh man, now you getting beating.
And I'm like, what? All I'm trying to do was I'm trying to feel bad for this man, this boy, because he always on punishment. I'm looking at none of his friends. Like parents that how you not call. Got our boys you looking at now. So
I feel like Maroon's parents get the finish size of like it's almost
right. So I knew that beating was coming. When I tell you I put all the long sleeves, so I wore like 20 size, long size on, long pants. How many things I know that beating was coming? Yeah, I already scared of beating.
Yeah, Mato, she didn't get tired between her brother. After all the punishment, at some point she had to have just been like, "This is it. I was
Girl,
just
so
expecting
girl, when I tell you she called us, she got him with the belt. She was one by one, belt me, belt him, belt him. So then my grandfather in the background instigating too, yeah, get them. So you know what we did? We moved close to him so that belt can knock him.
Maybe how he used to beat her. That's why he was telling you.
So he was like, "Oh, you know, you hitting me too." So it was girl. It was definitely a mess. That was the most I got, trying to be the cool sister that did a not snitching sister. Bro, go pull hole in the wall. I wish he was in the comments right now to go back and forth to talk about that. But him and his friend put a big freaking hole in the people's apartment wall.
Oh God, that's
so, and you know how we are too. That your security deposit. How you gonna pay for the wall, girl? You know it's small, and I get understanding. All you know is that
he had a labyrinth accent, like just screaming.
Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. Thank you. Hi, Yana. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
I leave laughing at my story. It was serious.
Yes, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure having you all. Again, this is our summer schedule. We are not doing Fridays right now. We're doing Wednesdays, 8 p.m., aka 8:30 p.m. So join us every Wednesday for the summer, and we will resume our regular hours in the fall.
When cuffing season come back.
Because we know y'all gonna be home.
Right. When cuffing season come back.
Hey, y'all don't have any Friday plans. It's cold outside. You
Right
just
now it's Friday plans, maxi dress season. What the is not? We out.
We outside. Season.
Right. We outside.
And we will do a general consensus. If it seems like y'all vibing with Wednesday, maybe we might stick to Wednesdays.
I mean, maybe we might rotate.
Yeah, maybe we might rotate. But for now, get used to us coming on Wednesdays. We know our numbers are a little low, but please share the show. We're gonna have some more interesting topics coming up next week. Look out.
Yes, Daddy.
Daddy.
So true, Daddy.
So true, Daddy.
So true, Daddy. That is the topic. So just
if you've seen that video, you understand what we're talking about. If not, we will definitely
play
that video and get
all my pastors, all
true, Daddy.
All my sanctified, y'all please
church folks.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. These
obsession with
prophets and what it has done, especially in our African community.
Amen.
All right.
Well, we thank y'all so much for joining the show. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week, and your girls will be back next week. We appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your week and a weekend. Bye.
Happy Father's Day to all you fathers.
Yes.
Yes. Very disrespectful, very rude, because we did do the Mother's Day thing. So please, let's do the Father's Day thing for they come on each gender, please. So, yes, we want to give a shout out to the fathers for Father's Day. And usually what we do for Mother's Day, we're going to do it for Father's Day. We're going to go around in a circle, and each of us are going to say nice things about the men fathers in our lives. So, Roxanne, start it off.
Oh, right now?
Mm-hmm.
My point for it. I will come on Monday and say a nice thing.
Not Monday. You gotta do it before the people do. KD, go ahead. Show her how it goes.
Yeah, show how it goes.
I'm grateful for my daddy, Jerome. Always looking out. That's the only daddy that remembers my birthdays and will give me gift cards and just know what I love. Even if it's a good facial or massage, he just knows me. So I am grateful for him. Also grateful for my dad in Iowa as well. The spankings didn't go unseen. They were there were a lot.
It's Destiny in the background with the
but I guess I turned out okay.
Period.
Happy Father's Day to my late husband. We are gonna stop by the grid site on Sunday. On Sunday, to give a shout out. Yes, Khalif, I have many.
You know
I
where the money is going, right? Like, right? He got two daddy household. This America. He trying to make sense of this.
Right.
I got daddies for days.
You
Okay.
want to make sure too your daddy's name. Where is he? You in the
Mm.
seahorse. That's what you want to know.
No,
Cutting
no,
like
not like
America.
that. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that, sir. My daddy Dean and my mama's husband.
Thank you. Actual dads.
To
Yo,
clarify, actual fathers.
he said make it
He
make
said, yes,
sense.
make it make sense
I
because
don't know why he was going like two men in the seahorse racing. Hey, America, this is what we have come to.
I'm telling you. And happy Father's Day to my brothers. I love you guys. Y'all know who y'all are. Thank you for standing 10 toes deep and always looking out for a sister and just caring for me. Yeah, so happy Father's Day, guys.
Amen, amen. Let me go because Roxanne said she's still learning. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, all the dads that are part of our chat here, being our co-hosts. We appreciate y'all, all of y'all that are dads. You keep doing your thing. Want to say Happy Father's Day to all of my brothers who are my extended brothers, my sisters' husbands and stuff. Thank you for holding all of my sisters, friends, all of them down and being present for your children and being a present man in their lives. Also want to say Happy Father's Day to my actual biological brothers too as well too for holding their kids down. I know this will be Derek's first Father's Day that he's going to spend out with and be with his, hopefully be able to have that with his children. I know he's still trying to mend that relationship with both of them after 18 years, but happy Father's Day, bro. I'm happy that I can actually call you this year and not wait for you to call me. So happy Father's Day to you. Also want to give a happy Father's Day to my dad as well. Want to love and appreciate him too as well. He can be Marine militant, can when I have my say it like I mean it mouth, that's from him, and that's it. But I love my dad. He's always been present for every stage of my life and for his grandchildren too as well. So happy Father's Day to my dad. And then also finally, happy Father's Day to my husband, Brian. Thank you for holding me down, being this great partner in life and holding the children down as well too, and consistently being present in every aspect. Don't make it feel like it's forced, and just being that present dad for each and every one, whether it's being a girl dad or being the dad to his son that he needs to be. Definitely appreciate that. So love and appreciate all of you. Happy Father's Day. And I hope y'all all know that y'all appreciate it. I know y'all feel like I come second to moms, but we appreciate y'all too.
Absolutely.
Oh, uncles too. Happy Father's Day.
All the men.
Uncles, cousins, all the men.
Now, don't expect me sending all these messages out. We just said Happy Father's Day, and that's about it.
That's about it.
So Roxanne, you inside?
Happy birthday.
She got me say birthday to y'all.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We appreciate you. God bless you. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes. Hopefully y'all get a little bit spoiled and get some love too.
And some good gifts, decent gifts.
Some decent gifts, okay?
And y'all don't do that and talk about the Eve gender, because truly women take care of y'all every day.
Okay.
Okay.
We appreciate the strong ones that stand in there with us, okay?
Yes.
In the battlefield, we appreciate y'all, okay? So enjoy your Father's Day. See, we have given y'all special shout out, so y'all can't talk about the Eve's gender. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. We love and appreciate y'all.
You're gonna get it.
Bye, Adam.
And Moses, you very late. Hello. Oh yeah, and it was Moses' birthday the other day. We did shout him out on our
Happy
page.
birthday.
That's
Happy
our
birthday.
co-host, our favorite co-host. Happy birthday.
Ding,
Hope
ding,
you
ding,
did
ding, ding.
enjoy your birthday.
Okay, and that wraps it up. Good
That
night.
wraps it up. See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Taboo topics? Do you like to talk about religion?
Do you like to talk about sex? Do you like trending topics?
Then join us live
On our weekly podcast and follow us on our various social media platforms.
Under Raw Conversations.